Chapter 15. Ancient Demon. King Sect. A small courtyard. The Maiden Hall Master and the Flowing Years Master were in the middle of a game. In front of them stood the Clear River Sect Master Song Jia, and Chen Chongchen. Guhai hasn't shown up yet, the Maiden Hall Master asked as she dropped a black stone. Chen Chongchen smiled slightly for a while and said, "Yes, Guhai has not leaked a single bit of his plan just in case, and promised Patriarch to defeat Song, that he would definitely do it in the shortest possible time." On the side, Patriarch Song has sneered, "Defeat HMPH, although he, Guhai, has messed up the Song army with his plots and tricks. But the Song army is the one that fled in defeat, and there are still hundreds of thousands of them. But what about the Cheng Kingdom? Gao Xianzi has already killed 600,000 troops, and all over the country has gone through a great cleansing, has long been weak. How can there be an army to attack the country of Song?" But Song was still united. The whole country publicized Guhai's plots. Who would fall for it? This is already the ancient sea's limit. The King Patriarch, however, laughed out loud. "You don't even know how he's going to do it yet, and you're starting to dismiss him. Isn't it too early?" HMPH, Patriarch Song Jia said with a displeased expression. At this moment, the King Sect leader, however, had a raised eyebrow. He had indeed made the right choice in the first place. "Master, what do you think?" The young lady Hallmaster smiled and looked at Grandmaster Quecksilver and said. Grandmaster Liu Nian gazed at his eyebrows and smiled bitterly. "This Guhai is indeed out of my expectation. This game of chess to here, already enough to show its powerful layout ability, amazing talent absolute are. But here, actually not yet finished, Everyone plays chess in a different way, but I can't see through this game of chess. If you can't see through it, just keep watching. I want to see how amazing he will play this game of chess." A bright light flashed in the eyes of the young lady Hallmaster and said, "Song City. With Guhai's order, those military families who had been quietly arrested in the past were released. Song City, which was already heated up by the propaganda, was completely boiled over at the sudden appearance of this group of military families. Second Ant, you guys weren't persecuted by the Imperial Son, damn Guhai. So it's all his trick. It's really him, causing me to write a fake family letter to my nephew. It's all his fault. Third Ant, you're still alive. I thought you were dead, damn Guhai. It's all him. It's all him. Pity my cousin. I still don't know if he's alive or dead. His whereabouts are unknown. Guhai is hateful. If it wasn't for Guhai, Marshal Gao would have won, and my son wouldn't be missing. It's all Guhai's fault, ancient devil." For a while, the people in Song City were seething with discontent. The Prince of Song sat in his mansion, listening to the scouts in the city who kept reporting. Ancient Sea actually released this group of military subordinates on his own. HMPH, no one will listen to his sophistry now. Guhai, I'll see how you can still succeed in your plot, Prince Song said with a scowl on his face. The death of his son was still like a bone in his throat. If he didn't let Guhai lose his reputation, Crown Prince Song wouldn't give up. Crown Prince, nowadays in the city, as long as the detained military families come back, they all spit on Guhai, hating that they can't peel Guhai's skin and eat his meat. A scout laughed. Strip his skin and eat his meat. This palace also wants to. How's the search in Song City going? Prince Song said in a cold voice. All places have been searched, and no alien old man in his 60s or 70s has been found, the scout said bitterly. Guhai has already left Song City. HMPH. Then search in the nearby cities, one by one. Make sure to find him. This palace will break him into pieces. Crown Prince Song said in a cold voice. Yes. Whether it's official or private, continue to publicize Guhai's ugliness. Make everyone hate Guhai. Make all the tea house storytellers, from now on, smear Guhai every day. As much as they can. As much as they can, Prince Song said in a cold voice. Ah, Crown Prince. Now that the whole city is already outraged. No, the whole country is outraged. Do you still want to push the envelope? HMPH. This palace is taking precautionary measures. That way, if Gu Hai makes the slightest move again, even if it's slightly unfavorable to us, it can all be pushed onto Gu Hai, Prince Song said in a cold voice. Yes, I'll go and inform. That scout immediately answered and exited. In Song City, above a restaurant, a table of wine was set up at the window of the restaurant's private room. Gu Hai and Gu Han were sitting at the window, looking at the street downstairs, and beside them stood the Gu Mansion's cronies, guarding the four directions. Because Gu Hai dyed his hair and did some makeup at the same time, he didn't look like an old man of 60 or 70 years old at all. He looked just 40 or 50 years old. At this moment, he was sitting at the window, holding a glass of wine and looking at the street below. Righteous Father. That's my Gu family's biggest silver shop in Song City, the Gu Song Silver Shop. Gu Han smiled as he looked at a huge silver shop across the street. Gu Hai took a sip of the clear wine and smiled lightly. Ancient Song Silver Shop. This is still the one I personally cut the ribbon for back then. The old shopkeeper of the Ancient Song Silver Shop left 3 years ago, right? Yes. After the old shopkeeper died 3 years ago, his son took over the position of the shopkeeper and is now in charge of this silver shop, and I have already given him an explanation in accordance with my righteous father's request earlier. He will know in his heart when the time comes, Gu Han solemnly said. Gu Hai nodded, his eyes narrowing slightly as he stared at the entire street. The Ancient Song Silver Shop, although it was a huge shop, but at this moment there were not many people coming in and out, and many of the people at this moment were gathered outside of the Ancient Song Silver Shop, pointing at the Ancient Song Silver Shop amidst the constant abuse. HMPH. This Ancient Song Silver Shop is the shop of that old devil, Gu Hai. Old devil's shop. I'll never go in to buy silver jewelry again. Black-hearted ancient devil, go to hell. How come the emperor still allows ancient devil's shop to open in my great Song Kingdom? How much money has my great Song Kingdom earned over the years? Bah, if it weren't for the law not allowing it, I would have smashed ancient devil's shop long ago. Harmful old devil. My son. It's that old devil who captured me and then cheated my son. My son is still alive or dead. I'll fight you. Auntie Zhong, don't be impulsive. Everyone help me to pull Auntie Zhong. Smashed, but you have to pay for it. It's hard for you to escape. Yes, Auntie Zhong, the emperor won't give you an order. It's against the law to hurt someone. My son died on the battlefield. What will I do when I'm old? Ancient demon, you have to pay for my old age. Pay for my old age. Pay for my old age. Pay up, pay up. The street surrounded by more and more people. To the Ancient Song Silver Shop more than abuse. Non-stop counting. Some military sufferers are crying to the Ancient Song Silver Shop door. Family members of the military life and death of the unknown. But also to reach out to the Ancient Song Silver Shop to ask for compensation for murder. Under the propaganda of the official and civil society, all the culpability is counted on the head of the ancient sea. Countless victims or people with ulterior motives, eyes are fixed on the ancient government's property in the country of Song. Among them, the Ancient Song Silver Shop was surrounded by the most people. The noise is non-stop. In the restaurant, Gu Hai quietly sipped his wine. Gu Han, however, spoke again. Righteous Father, this group of people have been making noise for 3 days now, every day. Originally, they were a group of sufferers, but now they are surrounded by more than just sufferers. There are city guards, rivals, peers, and ruffians. Gu Hai said with a slight burst of light laughter. See, a lot of people's eyes are red when they look at Gu Song Silver Shop. Righteous Father's reputation has now been ruined in Song. My Gu family shop is naturally surrounded by wolves. Gu Han laughed. A glint of crystal light flashed in Gu Hai's eyes, looking around at the large number of military families crying, looking at the large number of red-eyed people hurling insults. The corner of his mouth revealed a cold smile. The momentum is almost there. The fire is almost there. If we drag it on any longer, the Song officials are going to come out and start conforming to public opinion to seize my property. It'll be too late to give the officials a chance to seize it. Now, let's start, Gu Hai said in a cold voice. Yes. Gu Han nodded and responded. As he spoke, a wine glass was thrown into the window. Underneath the wine tower, there were several hemp-clothed men people guarding at this moment. Splat! The wine cup landed on the ground and smashed instantly. A few hemp-clothed men looked at each other, as if they had received some kind of secret signal, and slowly squeezed into the crowd. The crowd was still crying, and as the hemp-clothed men poured in, one of them immediately shouted out, "Ancient devil wants to destroy my song. What do you care about the law? This is the invader's shop. Destroying his shop is serving the country. I wasn't able to kill Ancient Demon's men on the front line, but I can't kill the enemy in my own territory to serve my country." Oh, that's right. I don't believe that the law will still protect a big devil's shop then. Smash it up. All the money the Ancient Demon earns is my Song Kingdom's money. Everything inside is mine. Yes, my Song Kingdom's things will never be reserved for the Ancient Demon. Whoever gets it is the one who owns it. Grab it. A group of hemp-robed people shouted, and amongst the crowd, there was a commotion, and the group of people who were originally red-eyed were suddenly shouted to the point where their blood boiled. Someone led the way, right? Not a single bit of my Song Kingdom's stuff should be left for the Ancient Demon. Whoever snatches it is the one who gets it. Boom. A group of people had been brewing here for a few days. Their hearts had been waiting for this moment for a long time. And now that there was a start, no one could stop their feet for fear of being a little late in general. This is the shop of the invaders. Rob the shop of the invaders is to serve the country. For the sake of the country, rob all. Don't rob, don't rob, don't. Mine, mine, don't rob me. Mine. This is the money the Ancient Devil wants to compensate me with. So many gold characters. Mine, rich, rich. Ha 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 ha. I'm destroying the devil to repay my country. It's all mine. Oh, don't rob me. It's all mine. Rumble. The Ancient Song silver shop was in chaos. As the first person rushed in, everyone rushed in, fearing that they would be late and be snatched by someone else. For a while, there were cries, snatching and fighting. A moment ago, a bitter image of the people. At this moment, as a head of hungry wolves in general, the face of the fierce color, who robbed with me. I will fight with who? A picture of a mob was revealed in front of the people. Grab the guns, it's all mine. Ancient Song silver shop chaos, the outside world, not far from the people found here, coaxing also surrounded over. But know the internal situation, that no one to stop, but instead, afraid of their own late general, also surged in, want to grab the Ancient Song silver shop within all. Don't squeeze, don't squeeze. I'm going to be squeezed to death or let me pass, you bastards, save some for me. Rumble, the entire street boiled over. Together, they rushed to the Ancient Song silver shop, making more than enough noise and screaming. All of them seemed to have turned into mountain thieves, into bandits, not caring about their former image at all. Above the restaurant, Gu Hai gently took a sip of wine. His eyes slightly narrowed as he stared downstairs. Righteous father. This is too crazy, right? Although Gu Han knew what was going to happen, he was still shocked by the intense scene of looting. As long as people live in this world, there is more or less a herd mentality. As long as the benefits are big enough, then the bottom line of the heart will break through. I have this Ancient Song silver shop, which contains tens of thousands of gold and silver artifacts, and scrambling for a piece of it is a great gain. Fast hands, slow hands. Once everyone is there, Who else can resist the temptation? Besides, more people, more guts. The law is only useful when it's useful. When it's not, it's bullshit. And right now, it's the time when the law is useless, at least in their minds. With so many people trampling on the law at the same time, who cares anymore? Moreover, they have already stood on the moral high ground. They are robbing to serve the country. Robbing my Guhai's shop is to contribute to the country, who is still not robbing. It's an open and above-board robbery. Guhai revealed a light smile and said, "Righteous Father, you are starting to plant seeds in the hearts of the people, indulging the people as bandits." Guhon took a deep breath and said, "Indulging the people as bandits? It's early. This is just the beginning." Guhai revealed a cold smile and said,